Today I'm going to show you the rear lockdown kit for the Focus ST Mark IV. I'm going to show you what it is, why you need it, and how to fit it. What the lockdown kit does is it allows for correct alignment of the subframe on the vehicle. When the vehicles are assembled on the production line, they're built with very wide tolerances. This means that they can be built quickly and efficiently on the line. What this also means though is that the subframes are not always perfectly aligned, and when they come off the production line and the geometry is set, it's often set with the subframe not straight to the vehicle. This is fine for normal road use, but when you want to have absolute precision and have everything as perfect as possible, you need to align the subframes correctly, which is where this product comes in. And this allows us to square the subframe into the vehicle and then afterwards set the geometry on the car so everything is perfect. And in addition, it also eliminates any possible movement of the subframe in the car during heavy cornering on the road or on the track. So we're at the back of the vehicle now, and I'm going to show you the 4 points where these go. So you have a bolt here, bolt here, bolt here, and a bolt here. And what you need to do now, the important thing is do not undo all 4 bolts at once because the subframe will fall out. What you need to do is loosen all 4 bolts 2 turns only, and then we'll swap the bolts over one at a time. Before you start undoing the bolts on the subframe, it's a good idea to put some kind of support under it. If you're working on the floor, a trolley jack is fine. If you're lucky enough to have a ramp, then you can use a gearbox jack or something, but you need to put some support underneath the subframe to stop it from falling, to stop it from twisting when you're putting the bolts in. Okay, so now that we've got the subframe loosened, so that we've got some movement in it, we'll pull the bolts out one at a time. And here's a good example of how far out of a line they go. If you look from around this side, you can see the bolt in relation to the hole, and you can see how far the alignment is out. So before you put the sleeve into the hole, it's a good idea to put a little bit of anti-seize on it, copper slip, something like that, just to make it slide in a bit nicer. And also on the shaft of the bolt as well, just in case. Don't go crazy with it. Slide the bolt into the collar and then up into the hole. Depending on how far out the subframe is, it may take some jiggling, some moving around to get everything to line up. The bolt will now be central in the hole. So to get the bolts to now line up with the hole, because we've now centralized it, it's required to actually move the subframe. So being very careful not to damage any surrounding components, use a lever bar or something similar to just move the subframe just until you can get the bolt to line up. So the best way to fit these kits is to work diagonally. So start at one corner, come across diagonally, back to the next one, and then back across. Make sure when you put it back together that you don't tighten all of the bolts until you've put all of the sleeves in. You may need to support the back of the subframe, depending on how far it moves when you loosen the bolt. So keep an eye on it, be very careful. We're using a gearbox jack, but a trolley jack or something is absolutely fine. Just be careful where you put it, make sure it can't slip. Don't forget to grease the shaft. So we're just changing the last, or adding the last collar in, and Matt the cameraman's asked quite a good question. The question that Matt's asked is about the subframe moving whilst you're driving. And we'll use this as an example. So this is the size of the hole in the subframe where the bolt goes through. And this is the size of the bolt that goes in. And you can see the difference in, there's so much play in there. When you're driving the car very hard, when you're loading up through corners, you're putting a lot of strain through the subframe, through the suspension. Particularly if you're doing track days, if you're driving on a circuit, the shock loading when you go into a corner, if you've got grippy tyres, it can, in extreme cases, cause the subframe to slide, with the limitation being the bolt. The subframe will slide about on the bolt, and it will cause your geometry to change. It will throw everything out whilst you're on the circuit. Another thing that this kit does is to completely eliminate the possibility of that happening. So now we've got all 4 collars in, we've got the bolts back in, and what we're going to do now is start the tightening process. So, start at one corner, just nip everything up, move to the next corner diagonally, work your way across so that everything pulls up nice and square to the vehicle. Once you've got everything nipped up, we'll then grab a torque wrench, we'll torque it up to the manufacturer's settings, which we'll list down below so you can see them for reference. And after that, we're good to go.